We interrupt our broadcast. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This message is being broadcast at the request of the White House in conjunction with the United States Geological Survey and the National Weather Service. This is a national emergency. All broadcast stations shall transmit this emergency message. This is station KING-TV serving the Seattle, Washington area. If this is not your local area, please tune to a station broadcasting news and information for your local area. This station will remain on the air to provide news and information for the Seattle, Washington area. At 12:54 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, USGS personnel reported 2 small earthquakes under Mount Rainier. These 2 are in addition to the 43 other small quakes detected in the past 30 days. Given the amount of seismic activity within such a short period of time, along with the visual signs such as steam and light ash ejection, the USGS believes that Mount Rainier is preparing to erupt. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At this time, all persons within a 200-mile radius of Mount Rainier are advised to evacuate immediately. While evacuation is currently voluntary, it is strongly encouraged. USGS has indicated that the probable eruption of Mount Rainier will occur within the next 3 to 5 days. Do not wait. Evacuate now. Remain calm. Gather your family, pets, and 3 to 7 days of clothing, medical necessities, food and water. Follow the evacuation routes currently posted in your area. If you have room, consider helping neighbors who do not have access to a vehicle. Persons who have family outside the evacuation zone are strongly urged to make arrangements to stay with their families until the danger has passed. The Red Cross is setting up emergency shelters in the following states: Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi and Illinois. Extra provisions are being redirected to those shelters. Be advised that pets are not permitted within official shelters. Service animals are permitted with proper identification. Do not wait until you feel tremors, see ash or hear the eruption. It will be too late. Evacuate now. We interrupt our broadcast. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The United States Geological Survey has issued an evacuation immediate for persons within a 200-mile radius of Mount Rainier, effective immediately until further notice. An earthquake measuring 5.6 on the Richter scale has resulted in increased activity within the cauldron of Mount Rainier. The USGS has now stated that eruption is imminent within the next 24 to 48 hours. This is a particularly dangerous situation. All persons within a 200-mile radius are required to evacuate immediately. Gather family and pets and at least 5 to 7 days of clothing, food, water and medical necessities. Do not panic. If you are able, consider helping neighbors who do not have access to a vehicle. Follow posted signs to your nearest shelter. Do not wait. Evacuate now. At 3:54 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Mount Rainier began to erupt. This also triggered an earthquake which measured 7.8 on the Richter scale. Tons of ash and debris has been ejected into the atmosphere, and lava flows are currently flowing into nearby towns. It is too late to evacuate now. To avoid debris fallout, persons who remain within the 200-mile radius of Mount Rainier should remain in their homes, unless lava is visible nearby. If lava is visible, evacuate as quickly and safely as possible. Otherwise, shelter in place until the all-clear signal is issued by civil authorities. To shelter in place, close and lock all doors and windows. Seal any cracks with rolled-up wet towels. Turn off all heating and cooling, and close vents. Keep enough food and water for your family, as well as medical necessities and a battery-powered NOAA all-hazards radio for your time in the shelter. Do not go outside. To do so could cause permanent physical harm and possibly death. Do not mistake ashfall for snow. Ashfall can be lethal if inhaled and is caustic to skin, creating burns of varying degrees. Again, it is now too late to evacuate. Persons remaining within the evacuation zone should now shelter in place. At this time, the USGS has no timetable for the length of the eruption, therefore, it is imperative that persons shelter in place until an all-clear signal is given. Stay tuned to NOAA All Hazards Radio or commercial television or internet sources for further information as it becomes available. All clear. The United States Geological Survey has issued the all-clear signal. Persons within the evacuation zone may now cease to shelter in place. Those who evacuated may now begin to return to their homes, but must obey the orders of law enforcement and the National Guard, as these personnel will be aiding refugees and keeping the peace. Again, the all-clear signal has been given. Persons within the evacuation zone may emerge from their shelters. Persons outside the evacuation zone may now begin to return to their homes.